Hi everybody, Rich Leiter here again, and this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to show, in the last video I showed you what the underpainting, the black and the monochrome underpainting of this picture was, and now I've completed the painting, and so I want to show you what it looks like. I was surprised actually that it took me as short amount of time as it did to finish the painting, the colored painting. You know, they say there's an old saying that color gets all the credit, but it's the tone that does all of the heavy lifting. Well, yeah. So I spent a lot of time on that underpainting. I really tried to get the values as precise as I could, and I think it paid off in the end because. Well, I'm surprised at how quickly I'm doing this podcast. Of course, this is another free copy of the painting that of the old Dutch master painting that I did. I changed the background several times in the course of the painting. First, it was blue, the whole painting. That was kind of boring. Then I made the dark area, which is kind of like brownish, like the earth. On the lower half of the painting, that was originally a deep green, and I didn't really care for that very much. And then I just, on an impulse, decided to make the background this kind of browny earth color, and I'm glad I did because it really makes the dress of the fair maiden stand out. It's a much more dramatic effect. When I was working on the painting of the first couple of versions I was being very, very careful to try to get the painting to look exactly like the original that I was studying on my computer, and you know something, I never like a painting that I'm trying to be too careful about. I mean, I was very careful about the face, of course, and about the shadow and the dress, but there was something that was lacking in my making it so carefully. For instance, you have this feather, the red and the yellow feather on her headdress. This is a young princess. And in the original painting, the feather was kind of an orangey, yellowish feather, very realistic. You could see all the shadows of the feather. And the yellow feather that I have here was kind of a dull, dirtyish, I don't know, blackish, brownish, greenish, ochreish kind of a feather. It looked very much like a feather, but when I tried to copy it, and as best I could, it didn't do anything for me. It's very strange how whenever I try to copy something exactly, it's kind of like the kiss of death for me. It just didn't do anything for me, and so I just didn't go for as realistic effect with the two feathers. I wanted the red to really come out and sing. This is the only, I suppose you would say, post-modern flair that I couldn't resist giving to what is essentially a traditional painting. The red really stands out. I didn't even try to give the little shadings of the feather as I ordinarily would in the previous versions I did. And the yellow feather is not at all. It has absolutely no resemblance to a feather in other than the most abstract way. But it works for me. I enjoy looking at this much more than I did at the previous versions I did. What I like about the picture also, it's very simple. In the previous two versions, I was going for this complexity, getting every detail, and it detracted. You know, the old saying, more, less is more. Well, that was true in my case. I just basically gave it the earth. She's standing by the earth on the bottom, and then you have the sky above her. There's nothing else, and then there's her. And the only thing that stands out is her and those two feathers. It's very simple, and I find it extremely satisfying. I mean, it wasn't easy to do. It took me about 50 hours to finish it. I mean, who knows? When I put it away, I may take a look at it in a couple of months and not like it at all, or think it's not at all well done and want to change it. But for now, anyway, I really like looking at it. And I particularly like the simplicity of it, which allows you to focus more on her beautiful face. So let me try to bring it a little bit closer for you also. Yeah, there's the ground. And you can see the old version I had with the green background. I left a little bit of that there as well. I like that effect. And the eyes gave me a lot of trouble. Getting the eyes just right. That was a lot of trouble to do. And she has a look that I really like. It's a look similar to the first painting I showed you a couple of days ago. It's a profile of a young woman with a net on her hair. It's got that same look. There's a look there. It's not a sentimental kitsch look. It's just almost like an impassive, stoical look. It's like she's. To me, it's a timeless look. There's not much sentiment in it. It's kind of a cold beauty. It's timeless. Her look is a look of eternity. And if my painting has the look of eternity in it, me, who's not really a painter, how much more so with the real masters? That quality of eternity and of eternal poetry that will go on for as long as the painting exists. Thank you.